What's going on, SB community? What's going on, Knicks Nation? I want to welcome you to the Sheer Brilliance Knicks channel. I'm not on location, obviously, just getting out of the gym, but it's a beautiful day, so I figured I'd get this Knicks Deli edition in a unique way. So if you're visiting my channel for the first time, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, put the likes up if you enjoy the content, put the thumbs down too. Also, it helps me get better. Leave a comment, let me know what could be done a little bit better. I make adjustments. Friend or foe, we want the smoke, all right? But what I want to do today is Knicks Deli. If you're new to the channel, you don't know what Knicks Deli is. Knicks Deli is what we do after every Knicks victory, okay? We come to the channel here at Sheer Brilliance Knicks, and then we have Knicks Deli. And if you're from New York, or if you're going to be visiting New York, you know you got to visit a deli, or you got to visit a bodega, all right? Now here at Knicks Deli, there's only 4 items on the menu, 4 items. First item on the menu is the bacon, egg, and cheese. And obviously those are 3 components to that sandwich that makes that thing bussin'. So we're gonna look at who were the 3 players of this game that really combined helped us secure this victory. Next on the menu is the chopped cheese. All right, relatively new to the New York menu, but that thing be bussin' as well. So we're gonna look at who had a relatively new contribution or a different type of contribution to this game, helped us secure this victory as well. Next on the menu is the dollar slice. So the dollar slice is a staple of New York. So it's a stabilizing factor on a New York menu. So we're gonna look at who was the player in this game that brought about a stabilizing presence for us and helped us get this victory. And lastly, you can't have the dollar slice, you can't have the chopped cheese, you can't have the bacon, egg, and cheese if you don't have nothing to wash that thing down with. And that's the quarter water. So we're gonna look at who was the quarter water of the game, who came in and had a presence on a particular quarter or a little bit on each quarter throughout. And then once we're done with that, we're going to look at who was the nah son nah, you wildin' moment of the day. And that's a moment whether it's somebody that was a player in the game or something surrounding our team, something surrounding our game that made you look at the screen sideways and be like, nah son nah, you wildin', all right? And then we're going to wrap this thing up. So it's going to be super quick, but we're going to get it done, all right? So first, who was my bacon of the sandwich? Who's the bacon of the bacon, egg, and cheese? And that's Julius Randle. Julius mother flipping Randle. This man went for 43 points. This man, he wants to be considered a superstar. Now I said on my last live, I was just like, listen, I don't care what nobody says. I'm already putting that tag on Brunson. Brunson is doing superstar things. And you know what? So is Julius mother flipping Randle. Julius Randle is showing his ass this season. He is showing up and he is showing out. He's reliable. That's something that I'll give props to Stephen A. Smith. He said, we've been talking about it for a minute, but this man is reliable. This man is dependable. He's durable. Everybody makes a big deal about what LeBron's personal self-care plan was and how it provided him with such longevity. Man, give props to Julius Randle. Give props to Julius Randle for the style of play that he plays, for him to be as durable and as available for so long. Kudos to him. But that man showed his ass last night. He was talking to the crowd. We had the whole crowd locked down. Shout out to Knicks Nation South. Shout out to y'all. Had the crowd locked down, unapologetic. He was talking, he was chirping. He was talking to them boys. He was talking to the crowd. He started pointing out the floor and said, this is my house. Come on. This team is moving with a swagger of a team that is planning on smacking some people around in this league. They're moving with that level of swagger, and I love it. I love it. It starts with the 2 stars. The beauty of the game being on League Pass and you have an opportunity to watch it over again is that whatever the home team is, whatever the home arena is, they give you an opportunity to watch it with the announcers from the home team. And I love listening to the game that way because you hear how they see your team. You hear how they lose air and lose hope with every made basket. And it was beautiful because those 2 announcers, check my channel.
There's still something special about coming to this venue and winning in this building.
There certainly is. I love walking away here, seeing those fans storming out with a loss. It's great.
Catch your trains and catch another L.
Those same 2 announcers are still there, but they was talking hella trash about the Knicks. Fans, they was talking about us. They were in MSG and they was just like, you know what? I just love it when these fans gotta go home with a loss. Another dude was like, catch the train and catch this L. They were talking big shit. I'm sorry to use profanity. They was talking big stuff, man, and I wasn't here for it. So it was great to hear them do the play-by-play and Randall sink their dreams. And all of our players sink their dreams. So the bacon of the bacon, egg, and cheese is Julius Randle. Obviously, the egg, and it's not obviously because there was a lot of people that get kudos from this game. The egg is going to be Jalen Brunson. Once again, man, the best free agent signing that we've had better than Melo. He's been better than Melo. He's exactly what we needed. He is a superstar, bro. He is a superstar. He crushes the other team. There is no smile. He goes about it his business Tim Duncan style. Except he's more, he shows more expression. So he'll let out the roar. He'll give that snarl to the audience or to the fan, like, don't touch me. You know what I mean? Something to go back to Julius real quick. Something I love. I love the respect he's starting to get. All right? We don't get no respect across the league. Now, it's so funny because I posted that also on Twitter. You know, when Donovan Mitchell is doing his thing, when Devin Booker's doing his thing, when Damian Lillard is doing his thing. Oh, yeah, these new age stars are quick to hop on. You know, they following LeBron league. They quick to hop on there talking about, oh, this guy's going off. He's cooking. Fire emojis or whatever, all that. They quick to hop on there because they want to be seen. But I keep telling y'all, this New York bias. Nobody wants to see us come up. No one. I don't care who you think it is, who you try to identify, who you think is allies. That's why Knicks fans, we move the way we move. Because you can't trust nobody outside of orange and blue. You barely could trust some people who are temporarily in orange and blue. They got to prove themselves as well. But I'm telling you, you can't trust these outsiders, boy. They smile in your face and they wish for your downfall. Everybody is waiting for this streak to stop. They're waiting for the Knicks to slide like the Nets are doing. It's not happening. It's not happening. But I give kudos to Jimmy Butler because last night Jimmy Butler was taking free throws. He's always killing us at the free throw line, but he was taking free throws last night. And something he did was he stared down Julius. He stared down Julius until Julius realized he was staring at him. But the look wasn't like an intimidation look. He was looking at him like, Ninja, what the hell has gotten into you? Why are you doing this? And I love that moment. I love that moment. And what I imagined Julius had said back to him was, I'm a bad mother flipper. Because he said that to the crowd. He said that to the crowd before. He was just like, yo, I'm a bad mother flipper. So I was imagining that when he looked back at Butler, he realized Butler was giving him that stare. He just looked at him, shook his head. It was just like, yo, I'm a bad mother flipper. He's letting the league know that as well. And he got the perfect running mate. 1A and 1A is what they're doing right now. And they're putting people on notice. The Heat announcers were talking about Julius and Jalen Brunson as their star duo. You know, their 1-2 punch, their star duo. Oh, man, you know, they were dejected when Brunson came back. And that's another thing that I love that Brunson brings. So I'm going to get off of Julius, and I'm going to talk about Brunson, man. Brunson's toughness is crazy. Crazy. His toughness is unmatched. Man, this cat is twisting his ankle. You know, he knew right away he had to go to the locker room and get the tape up. But he came back. He was just like, nah. We got some, and it's contagious now. Because you see Mitch went down, grabbing his knee, and he was just like, nah, I'm going to run this thing off. I'm going to run it. So all of them, all of our squad have the mindset, bro. They have the mindset. We went, this is what I love about the front office and what the front office has done. We've watched these kids grow. We've watched these young players grow. We drafted them. We watched them in the happy stage and the jokey. We watched them get cooked. We watched them sit and not get playing time. We cheered for them. We followed their stories. We see how they grow together. And Julius said something. I know I said Julius. I'm going to go back and forth. I don't care. All right? Julius said something that was outstanding. He was just like, yo, we love each other. We love each other. That's why it's more difficult to pull the trigger on a trade. It's because, like, yo, they drafted these cats. And they've grown these cats together. So you already know what they're going to expect from them. So that's a beautiful thing, man. But Brunson is leading by example. He takes over whenever he wants to, and nobody has an answer for him. With the exception of, I think, Drew Holiday really, with his length, he gave him problems. But Drew Holiday is a defensive guard. He's a defensive guard. But there's not many players in this league that can handle Jalen Brunson. And he gives them the work. He gives them the business. I love to see, Tyler Hero got his stuff off last night as well, but unmatched. It was Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was unquestioned. He came in the first playoff for him coming back off the injury, he scored. So Jalen Brunson, you are the egg of the bacon, egg, and cheese. Who is the cheese of the game? The cheese of the game is our emotional spark plug. And that is Emmanuel mother flipping Quickly, our sixth man of the year. I'm calling it sixth man of the year. We all call it. Now, I know I'm not the only one or the first one. Emmanuel Quickly is quickly making a name for himself, no pun intended. He's going to be, when we talk about hitting the playoffs, he's going to be that one player that's going to be the dagger for a lot of teams, without question. He came in from the start talking his talk, looking at the crowd, throwing up those signs. All of the players knew that if you got the crowd behind him, that was our home crowd. And he was not letting up. I was loving it. He was throwing up, the 3 sign. He even had Julius throwing up, the shotgun, the long nose shotgun. I was loving every single moment of it. And what we did was we established the type of team we are very early on. What we fell victim to is something we haven't fell victim to necessarily in the last 7 games, and that's relinquishing on that lead. You know what I mean? It was just like once we got up, it was kind of like, all right. And Miami's going to Miami. They're going to do what they do. They're a dominant defensive team, which is why that first quarter and that first half was so impressive. Julius Randle was giving Miami the work. They got top-level all defensive team members. He was giving them the work, like all game. Same thing with Jalen Brunson, all game. Giving them the work. No drop-off, no let-up, giving them the work. So the second half, once the second half hit, it was one of those things where, it happens. The NBA is a pro league, and teams will make runs, especially good teams. In Miami, don't think about what their record is. Miami's a good team. So Emmanuel Quickly is that player that's going to hit a huge shot. And I love that he has diversified his portfolio. He's no longer just a 3-point shooter. Now that man will hit the mid-range. He'll drive to the basket, and he's stronger, so he gets the and one. Come on, man. Emmanuel mother flipping Quickly. You are the cheese of the bacon, egg, and cheese here at Knicks Deli today. All right? Next up, who is the chopped cheese? Now, the chopped cheese of the game is going to be Josh Hart. Josh mother flipping Hart. Josh Hart, bro, I don't know what more can I say. We're 8-0 with him in the lineup, and I don't like that everybody is saying, Josh Hart is undefeated, because he doesn't like it. He wants it to be like, yo, come on, I'm the one that had y'all start winning. Y'all was winning before I got here, but we did rip off a streak. But once again, man, you see clearly, especially in a game like last night, especially in a game against our historical rival, especially against a team that is known and it was predicted from the beginning of the season to be a playoff team with a playoff type of atmosphere. For him to do all the little things he was doing in that game, it's a difference maker. It announced to the Miami Heat, oh, they got backup now. Yo, they got layers to their squad. They can beat you in a multitude of ways. So Josh Hart, man, you are the chopped cheese, not chopped liver. You're the chopped cheese of the game. All right? Who is the dollar slice? Who is that reliable piece, that stable piece of the game that, man, is known for New York? And that's got to be Mitchell Robinson. Once again, can't say enough. And if I choose anybody on a team, all of them continue to be no surprise when I select them for these awards. But Mitchell mother flipping Robinson, bro, you cannot say enough. You can't say enough about his ability to block shots and defend, the ability to be a presence in the middle so that they don't readily drive to the basket. They don't do that. They know they're going to be met with resistance. and his toughness. You know, like that Mr. Glass label that he had in his first season, that's over. That's over. Mitchell Robinson, and I love it that everybody is taking the cue from the point guard. We're toughing this thing out, and we're going to win by any means necessary. He don't play no games no more. He goes in there, he's about his business. He's about that work. You don't see him smiling. You rarely see him at the end of the game, you know, doing that. He used to always be kind of jokey on the line, talking to the other centers that he's battling. He don't do that no more. Mitch is on a mission. He talked about Defensive Player of the Year being one of his goals. He going for it. And I love it. All of these players, you could tell they got other goals in mind. And every passing game, every game, they're working towards it. All right, so I love it. Now, who is the quarter water of the game? You can't have the bacon, egg, and cheese. You can't have the chopped cheese. You can't have the dollar slice unless you have the quarter water. And the quarter water goes to R.J. Mother Flippin' Barrett. Yes. R.J. Barrett, yes. Now, I'm not giving any stats, as you know, because I don't got them before me. But I watched this game 2 times. And what I absolutely love, man, is just the effort, the grit, the identity, the personality of our squad. It's all there, and it's clearly defined. R.J. Barrett has been going through his struggles. R.J. is really trying to solidify his position and at the same time find out exactly what his new position is on the team. So there are moments where, you know, you cringe because his game is a game where he has to be a little bit ball dominant, but then it looks selfish. You know, it looks like moments where you're like, move the ball, man, pass the ball around, like move the ball, don't let the ball stick. And it seems like he's like hell bent on getting his shot, you know, getting that shot that he knows he's worked on, you know, for the off season or whatever have you. But then as a fan or as a viewer watching it on TV, you see the double team coming, you see where the turnover is going to happen. And he's almost looking like those moments where Julius had to last season or the very first season where he arrived. But I say to you this, give RJ grace. You got to give him grace. First and foremost, he's ours. So for you to complain now ain't going to make no sense. He's part of the fabric and he's part of the plan of what it is we plan to do this season. Give that man some grace. You still don't think he's trying to prove that he deserves the contract? He's had many instances where he has proved that he was worth it, improving his numbers every year. So he has this, he's still young, and he still has that pressure on him. Everybody around me is producing. I got to get it together. And he's known, like, listen, push through it, and even if you miss some shots, find your rhythm until you do, all right? But I give him credit, man, because he came through with some pretty big shots. He was putting pressure on the defense. He was getting to the rim. He had his RJ off rhythm, you know, layups and drives. His Bully Barrett, he was on his Bully Barrett at moments during this time. And there's certain teams that all these players get up to play for. And you can tell they're trying a little bit harder. For RJ, the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors and the Minnesota Timberwolves are 3 teams that RJ really presses when he plays. He presses against Miami when he plays because Tyler Hero came in his class. And Tyler Hero had that moment where he said something along the lines of when he got his contract, he wanted to make sure he had a little bit more than RJ had. So he was comparing his contract to RJ. It was good to see that RJ played his role, although he did have moments of struggle. He did play his role in helping us secure this victory. So there you have it as the quarter water, RJ Mother Flippin' Barrett. Now, the nah son nah, you wildin' moment of the game is going to go to the New York Knicks fans in Miami. Nah son nah, y'all are wildin'. Y'all couldn't be, look, the let's go Knicks chants in the beginning. I'm out here yelling. People looking at me all crazy. The let's go Knicks chants in the first half. Y'all are wildin'. How y'all gonna take over that arena like that? Y'all are, nah son, y'all are wildin'. I loved every moment of it. That reverberated through the television. Great job. Super props to all the Knicks Nation in Florida. All the Knicks Nation. Y'all held it down. We took it over and we let them know, you don't want to face us in the playoffs. don't end up making the playoffs and thinking you're going to face us, because we're going to have home court advantage on the road and off. On the road and off. So that's my nah, son, nah, you wildin' moment of the game. It goes to Knicks Nation in South Florida. All right? So, yo, I told y'all, we going on a 10-game winning streak. We took care of business last night. We're going to take care of business tomorrow. But I love it. I love it. I love that we're talking our talk. I love seeing everybody on Knicks Nation, on Twitter, talking they talk, on YouTube, talking they talk, and let's keep this thing going. Let's keep supporting our squad. They're going to be perfect, but I called, and I'm going to get the tweet that I called it, where I said I said coming out of the break, come back, Julius, we proud of you. Let's get this 50. Let's get this 50, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Knicks are going to end up winning 50 games. That's Tom Thibodeau's MO. Usually every time he's with a team and they have a breakout season, they always hit that 50-win mark. 50 wins. And I want it for New York. I want it this season. I don't want it next season. I want it this season. Just like I want the Eastern Conference Championship this season. Just like I want to be representing the East in the finals this season. Hell, just like I want to be holding the mother flipping trophy to be part of history this season. Yeah, I'm talking about shit. We are 9 games in. Yeah, I'm 8 games in to our win streak. Yeah, I'm going to talk my talk. All right? So keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life. That applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. And keep this in mind. We are here, and we don't got next. We got right now. Sheer Brilliance Knicks. Peace.
Victory, I just got another victory. Opposition said they sick of me. We turn their future to history. They try to hit me, they missing me. Ooh, they in the way. They getting stepped on back in the day. We who they slept on. You see my place.